Hello, finally a new video from the guy with the Belgian accent. I'm sorry you had to wait so long for this video. Yeah, plans have changed. It all happened in the end of October. I wanted to go with a friend abroad. I just couldn't find a match to use this Wizzair all-you-can-fly. It was just not possible, and I had to buy very expensive tickets to Hungary and to stay one day in a hotel. And you have to pay for taxis to go there, to go back, to eat, to drink. It's just first you lose so much time. You are stressed because you can only buy these tickets on the last moment. It was just not worth it. I decided you can have a good deal if you're lucky, but otherwise, only if you're extremely flexible and maybe you're young and ready to sleep in the airport or to stay there for hours and wait for whatever. But for me, it's just and especially if you travel with somebody else who doesn't have this all-you-can-fly ticket, then it's also obsolete. So I didn't see what to do. It was just not feasible. I really tried, but just to get to Hungary in December and October, it costed like 200 euros, 200 plus euros. It was one of the cheapest flights before COVID, and now it's also expensive, especially if you take a little bit luggage with you. But if you have no connecting flight and you have to sleep in a hotel and there you are with a small bag, it's just and no flexibility at all, only last minute decisions. It was just too much in my head. It's just not worth it. Just to save at the end maybe 200 euros and lose all this flexibility, I think it's much better. I decided, I was hopeful, but at the end I decided it's much better. Just if you want to go somewhere, look for opportunities, look for deals, look for price changes. And this ticketing business is so special. I'm leaving soon to Bangkok, and I couldn't find any ticket for a normal price. I wanted to leave before New Year. I was quite flexible, a few days earlier, later, come back earlier, later, so I'm quite flexible. But all these tickets were more than 1,000 euros, whereas Bangkok normally tickets are around 600 euros. I understand around New Year it can be a bit more expensive, but I also have the experience sometimes if you fly on Christmas or on New Year or New Year's Eve that you can find cheaper tickets. So I was very flexible, couldn't find. So what I did is I just waited till next day because I had been searching for hours and couldn't find anything. And what was interesting, 3 times I found the ticket a little bit cheaper, like 900 euros. So I said, okay, let's go for this ticket. It was on 2 of the biggest sites like Booking or Trip.com, and it was incredible. I filled in everything and added luggage, chose my seat, everything, and during the checkout, while I gave in my PayPal credentials and everything was being calculated, I got the message, oh sorry, the price has gone up by 150 euros. Is it okay? You still want to continue? Of course I don't want to continue. It happened 3 times in one evening. I was spending hours and hours and said, this is again crazy. I have a little bit of experience buying tickets. They want to make you afraid that tickets are going to become more expensive. You have to hurry up. It's the same like these hotel rooms. So I just stopped it and I started again next day. And I first cleaned all cookies from all these websites where I was looking for tickets. And surprisingly, I found a ticket for 800 euros. So make your own conclusions, but this ticketing pricing system is so non-transparent. It's very hard to say. I'm not comparing 1,000 direct flight to an 800 indirect flight or so. No, I'm talking about the same kind of tickets. And what I also noticed is that even on these long flights, like to Bangkok, China, some companies they also start not to include luggage, check-in luggage. It's very weird. So we're used to it on the short distance flights, but now you have to be careful because on the long distance flights they also start doing this. Most of them don't do this, but it's starting, and I expect within 1 or 2 years, half of them will not include the luggage. On the long distance flights without luggage, it's hard. And of course, you could say yes, if you make it cheaper, it makes sense, and I want this, but it's always the same. They don't make it cheaper; they just let you pay additionally for the luggage. So nothing has become cheaper, especially since COVID. So okay, I got my tickets to Thailand, and but I wouldn't like, even if Wizzair would fly to Thailand, I wouldn't like to buy it last minute. It's especially if you agree with other people to meet there. It's so annoying, so stressy, because everybody has a different time schedule and desires. So I canceled on October 23. I canceled my Wizzair. Oh, that was a pain in the ass. When I signed up, I got an email that I had 1 month to cancel. So a few days before the end of this month, on the 23rd of October, I canceled. But the link which was given to me didn't work. And it is just impossible to find the contact, like happens more and more in companies. So luckily, because I had a question before with there, I don't remember exactly why, but there had been a communication. And what I did is I used this email to send my message to, just to have proof that I canceled. Because it's just impossible. You can find contact and whatever, but at the end you cannot send them a message. You cannot have any proof. But after more than 1 hour, I found how to email them. I wasn't sure if they were going to read it, because it was not the appropriate way to cancel my subscription, which was not possible. But at the end, I sent them a message and I didn't get non-delivery reply back. So I said, okay, I have some proof. I sent 4 or 5 of them from different email accounts, just to be sure, because I know it's always a pain in the ass. And I didn't hear from them 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And after 28 days, finally, I got a message that they canceled my all-you-can-fly subscription. So I was happy. And yes, the same day I got my money back. So at least I'm happy. I had high hopes, but it's not for me. I think, though, if you live in one of these places where Wizzair has a hub, like Budapest and London, and I think there's one more in Poland, I'm not sure, especially in Budapest, then it's really worth buying this. I would really use it. But if you have to combine and pay 200, 300 euros additionally to fly to Budapest, because once when you buy your all-you-can-fly tickets, you are not flexible anymore. You cannot search for a cheap ticket to Budapest. Tickets are always more expensive if you buy it to fly in 2 days or 1 day. So it's a bad combination. It's really not good. So unfortunately, I canceled it, and that's it. I will do some research on YouTube to see if others have more positive experience. But I think if you don't live in a city or close to a city where there is a Wizzair hub, I don't believe in it. Okay, thank you, and bye-bye.